Hello friends, and welcome to the next video in the chain of Partition Fundamentals. Now Partition Fundamentals, this is the subpart dealing with past adjustments. As the word suggests, past adjustments, meaning in the previous year something has gone wrong now which we need to rectify. Taken a very simple example here. Okay. Profits in the last year were 1 lakh. And the profits were distributed among two partners, Gaurav and Saurabh, in the ratio 1:1. That is equal. 50,000 Gaurav got and Saurabh too got 50,000. But later on, meaning now, in this year, we realize that this was something wrong that was done. The profit sharing ratio was 3:2. So this 1 lakh should have gone in the ratio of 3:2. Since that was not done, we need to rectify it now. But be very clear that last year's profit and loss appropriation account, last year's profit and loss account, and all other nominal accounts have been closed last year. So now what do? What account can we rectify here? We can rectify only the personal accounts. These profits must have been credited to the partner's capital accounts or maybe the current account, depending on the method that we followed, right? Now, both the accounts are wrong because Gaurav has got 50,000 only, whereas he should have got 60,000. Okay? Similarly, Saurabh has got 50,000, whereas he should have got only 40,000. So, here a difference of 10,000 is coming, with which Gaurav's and Saurabh's both their capital accounts are improper, incorrect. So how do we rectify it? If we see closely, Gaurav has got 50, should have got 60. So whatever he has got, if we take away from him, we give him 50, take it back from him. Now we need to give him 60, right? So whatever we have already distributed, point is we are taking it back. So we keep it in bracket, a negative figure. Okay. Similarly, whatever we have to give him is a positive figure, 60. So what is the net effect of this? 60 I give, 50 I take. So basically I need to give Saurabh 10,000 plus. Saurabh has already got 10,000 extra. So in effect, we will have to take this 10,000 from him, right? So 10,000 taken from Saurabh and given to Gaurav. That would settle the matter. It's as easy as that. So in past adjustments, you just have to understand one thing. First thing, you find out what should have been the right appropriation of profit, right distribution of profit. How much each partner should have got. किसको कितना मिलना है decide कर लेने के बाद, you already know this is the amount we should have given them, so that should be plus. Then you will see in the next step, कितना वापस लेना है. How much you have already given to them last year, take it back because that was not correct. That will be minus. Alright. Then you will see plus, if plus is more in effect, we will have to credit their account. So here we will have to credit Gaurav's account with 10,000 and debit Saurabh's account with 10,000 because your minus is more. You have to take back. Whenever we have to take it from the partners, we have to debit his account. Whenever his account balance should increase, we should plus, that is credit his account. Alright, this is the whole concept of the past adjustments. Okay, so now we will take a few sums so that the concept is more clear. So here is the sum. The first sum reads as: So Mangal and Budh shared profits of 6 lakhs in the ratio of 2:2:1 without providing for Mangal's loan of 4 lakh taken in the beginning of the year. Okay. Now here, before providing for, let us add the word interest on Mangal's loan of 4 lakhs taken in the beginning of the year. There is no partnership deed. Give necessary adjustment entry. Okay. So here it has been clearly told to you what went wrong last year. What went wrong? The profit of 6 lakhs was distributed in the ratio of 2:2:1 and there is no partnership deed. In the absence of partnership deed, we should have distributed it in equal ratio. That is 1:1:1. Error number 1. We just have to locate kahan galat hai. Second thing, interest on loan is a charge against profit. You have to provide for it before you distribute the profits. How much should be the interest on loan taken from the partner, Mangal? Mangal has given a loan of 4 lakhs and no partnership deed. That means what? Interest should be charged allowed at the rate of 6% per annum. So we have to allow Mangal 6% per annum interest on loan first. That should be deducted from 6 lakhs and that gives me my net profit that I will distribute in the equal ratio. Correct? So there are 2 errors here. One in the profit sharing ratio. Second, that we have not provided for interest on loan. Correct? So now, in past adjustment sums, there are 2 parts to it. One is your working, that is this schedule, this table. Second, you have been asked to give the necessary adjustment entry. That journal entry will come next. So there are 2 important parts. Marks are allocated on both, right? This is just not a rough working. You have to show it very clearly. Now, I have made a table where I put a total column and the 3 partners. Individually, how much each should be given or how much we have to take from each partner, वो यहाँ पर दिखाएंगे और ये टोटल का इफेक्ट हम यहाँ पर दिखाएंगे. ठीक है? Now, first step is to let us distribute the profit as we should have. Correct net profit करते, correct distribution करते, ठीक है? Net profit after interest. So we need to calculate interest first. 6 lakhs was the profit. From that, I'm subtracting interest at 6% per annum for full year on the loan of 4 lakhs. That's coming to 24,000. So for 24,000 minus करके, this net profit is coming to 5,76,000. ये सही profit distribute करना था. This should have been divided equally in the ratio of 1:1:1. Okay, I have done that. So basically, this is what they should have got. So this much, Mangal this much, both this much. So this is all plus. I have to give them. Second step, I am calculating what have I already given to them. Already जो मिल चुका उनको वो निकालते हैं. Profit before interest of 6 lakhs I distributed in the ratio of 2:2:1. So this is what I have already given to them. That comes to 2,40,000 and 2,40,000 again. Okay, which is wrong. It's coming to 1,20,000. Okay, 2:2:1. 2,40,000, 2,40,000 and 1,20,000. This is how we should have distributed the profit. We have already distributed. तो ये तो उनको मिल चुका ना already. गलत है. Take it back from them. So when we have to take it back from them, we have to subtract. Always remember to put this back. This comes in very handy and you will not go wrong. So ये सब minus करना है, ये plus करना है, right? Now that brings us to the last step, net adjustment. Total ये plus minus का effect क्या है? So we have to give 1,92,000, take from him 2,40,000 more. So negative 1 is more. So this also comes as negative. 2,40,000 minus 1,92,000 comes to 48,000. So basically मुझे सोम से 48,000 वापस ले लेना है because I have given him more. Clear? Mangal का देखते हैं. We have to give him 1,92,000. Already we have given him 2,40,000. Same case as Som. Let us take back this 48 from him. Okay. Same. Now let's see with Bull. 1,92,000 I have to give. I have given him only 1,20,000. I have given him 72,000 less. So अभी इससे वापस नहीं लेना है, इसको और देना है, right? So we need to give him 72,000, right? Ideally, all your plus and minus net effect should come equal. Okay, but in this case it's a bit different. Now here we have to give this 72 and 48 we have to take back from them. We are taking more, giving less, because we also have to give this 24,000 as interest on loan to Mangal. Okay? So what all we need to do here, what all accounts are wrong? Number one, Som's capital account is wrong with 48, Mangal with 48, Buddh 72, and also Mangal's loan account. Interest on loan is credited to which account? Partner's loan account. So we have to credit Mangal's loan account with this 24,000 interest that we have not given to him. Please take care of it. No nominal accounts should come into picture. Okay? No nominal accounts I can bring into picture because these are of last year. अभी सिर्फ personal account से हम लोग adjustment करेंगे. So now that we know what we have to do, journal. This format of the journal, you have to draw councils. The council is very particular about it. So journal you have to draw with the entry and the narration. Okay, so what will be the entry? Som we have to take from him 48. So debit Som's capital account with 48,000. Same thing, Mangal. Mangal's capital account should also be debited with 48,000. And Buddh's capital account should be credited with 72,000. Also, Mangal's loan account should be credited with 24,000. So now, debit side is 96, here also it's 96. So your debits are equal to credit, all your accounts which were wrong you have rectified, so your adjustment is complete. Okay, let us take the next sum. Yes, sum number 2. Do, re, pa, so. 4 partners. Profit sharing ratio 3:3:2:2. Their capital account balances on 1/4/2019, that is the opening capitals, are 8 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs and 6 lakhs respectively. After the accounts for 31st March 2020, year ending or closed, it was discovered that interest on capital at 10% per annum was omitted to be credited to the partners. Pass necessary adjustment entry. Now if you read the sum again, if you want to. Here it is said profit sharing ratio दिया हुआ है, इस रेशियो में डिवाइड हो गया प्रॉफिट्स, लेकिन प्रॉफिट्स था कितना? नॉट गिवन. प्रॉफिट्स ही नहीं दिया है, तो प्रॉफिट नहीं दिया है तो पता कैसे करेंगे कि क्या है क्या नहीं है, राइट? हाउ मच टू redistribute? Okay, let us try to figure out that. The error is said that interest on capital has been omitted to be given. तो interest on capital नहीं दिया है और उसके पहले ही profits distribute हो गया. Basically step क्या होना चाहिए था? Net profit जितना भी होता, suppose हम लोग ले लेते हैं 6 लाख. उसमें से we should have subtracted interest on capital and then we should have got the divisible profit which should have been distributed in the ratio of 3:3:2:2. Correct? This is not given to me. Can I know but the interest on capital? Yes. Rate is given. Opening capital balances are given. So let us find out first interest on capital. Interest on capital comes to 10% of 8 lakhs is 80,000, 5 lakhs 50,000, 60,000, 60,000. If we add them up, it comes to 120 and 2,50,000 is the interest on capital, okay, that we should have given. So suppose हम interest on capital यहाँ पे डालें, ठीक है? Just giving you a random example, just to explain. This is not necessary also that you take assume a profit. तो 6 लाख अगर प्रॉफिट होता है उसमें से 2.5 लाख हम माइनस कर देते इंटरेस्ट ऑन कैपिटल एंड आई शुड हैव गिवन इट as 80,000 to Do, 50,000 to Ray and 60,000 each to Pa and so, right? So we should have distributed this 2,50,000 as this. But what did we do? We did not subtract this. We straight away distributed the entire 6 lakhs in this ratio. Meaning, ये जो divisible profit है 3,50,000 remaining, वो तो होता ही divisible profit में share, divisible I mean profit sharing ratio में share होता है, उसमें तो कोई error है ही नहीं ना, remaining profit में. Error कहाँ हुआ? यहाँ 2,50,000 was not distributed correctly. This was also distributed in the ratio of 3:2:2:2:2, which is not the ratio here. Right? It's not the same as this. So this is the correct share of profit out of that 2,50,000. ठीक है? उसी को redistribute करना है. So I don't need to know ये कितना है, ये कितना है. ये 2,50,000 3:3:2:2 के रेशियो में दे दिया था, वापस ले लो. The same 2,50,000 in the ratio of 3:3:2:2. I take it back from there. जैसा दिया था वैसा ले लिया. अब वही 2,50,000 को करेक्ट इंटरेस्ट ऑन कैपिटल जैसे देना था वैसे दे रहे हैं. करेक्ट. So now this is the right share of profit and these are the wrong shares of profit. This I will give to them, this I will take it back from them. So let us see the net adjustment comes to how much? 5,000 plus, because 80 is more than 75. Here it is coming as negative because 75 दे दिया था, देना था सिर्फ 50. 25 extra. I'll take it back from Ray. Here 10,000 I have to give, and here also 10,000 I have to give. So if you check, plus are 5, 10, 10, 25, minus is also 25. The debits will be equal to my credits when I pass the journal entry. Here? So now comes the journal entry. Identify very clearly this account has to be debited, the negative one. Okay? So raise capital account has to be debited. Now again, very important here, very important rather. रेज अकाउंट लिखोगे सिर्फ मार्क्स नहीं मिलेगा. रेज कैपिटल अकाउंट लिखना जरूरी है इन केस ऑफ फ्लक्चुएटिंग मेथड. नाउ इफ एट ऑल द सम इज ऑन फिक्स्ड कैपिटल मेथड एंड इट्स मेंशन्ड देयर एंड देन यू राइट योर रेज कैपिटल अकाउंट, फिर भी मार्क्स नहीं मिलेगा. बिकॉज शेयर ऑफ प्रॉफिट शुड बी क्रेडिटेड टू विच अकाउंट? करंट अकाउंट इन केस ऑफ फिक्स्ड मेथड, isn't it? So in that case you will have to write raise current account. These small little things you have to be very minutely taken care of. So raise capital account 25 ले लिया, अब उसको दे दो. किसको देना है? Dose capital account I have to give 5,000. Pass capital account I have to give 10, and another 10 to source capital account. Okay? And the narration is the same, being the wrong distribution of profit. Now rectified. Narration is a must. That comes with the format of the journal, okay? So do not miss out on that. So I hope this is clear. Even in case of, cases where profit is not given, you have to identify which is the sum which was distributed wrong. In this case, interest on capital. So if you redistribute that amount correctly, adjustment is already done. Correct? One more, last sum. Yes, the last sum number 3. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh were 3 partners sharing profits in their capital ratio. And their capital balances are given as 50, 25 and 25,000 respectively. Deed provides Mahesh to get a salary of 1,500 per month and partners to get interest on capital at 5% per annum. Net profit was 45,000, which was divided equally without doing any appropriations. Now we have to rectify. So error number 1. Capital ratio was the profit sharing ratio, but the profits have been divided equally. Okay? 1. 2. Salary was not given, interest on capital was not given. Right? So now what do? We generally go as we do. The first step is to find out the correct share of profit. So we start with a net profit 45,000. We deduct Mahesh's salary. This is the total, see. From the total, 1,500 per month, so into 12, 18,000 is whose salary? Mahesh's salary. Let us give this individually to Mahesh. ये Mahesh को मिलना चाहिए था, नहीं मिला है because no appropriations were done. So 18,000 goes to Mahesh. 18,000 is lesser with me. 45 में से 18 चला गया, minus हो गया. Interest on capital at 5% per annum on their opening balances comes to 2.5, 1250, 1250 here. तो ये भी हमको मिलना चाहिए था, individually I have credited them. Total comes to 5,000. Total of what? Interest on capital. ये भी चला गया profit में से. This brings me to the divisible profit, which should have been distributed in the capital ratio. What is capital ratio? 50:25:25. Reduced 2:1:1. If I distribute this in 2:1:1, this is the divisible share of profit that they should have got individually. Now what am I doing? I'm seeing, so अगर हम सही distribute करते 45,000 को, तो ये 45,000 equally नहीं जाता partners. It should have gone like this: 13,500 to Brahma, 6,750 to Mahesh, and 24,750 to this one to Vishnu, and 24,750 to Mahesh. This is the right distribution of profit, correct one. We need to give this amount only. But how much have we already given to them? Step 2, the wrong distribution that we have to take away from them, take back. So equally distribute हो गया था, कोई appropriation नहीं हुआ था. So 15, 15, 15 वापस दे दो, right? So 15 we take it back. This we have to give. Brings us to the last step, net adjustment. Net adjustment, see this is minus is more, so 1,500 in negative. 8,250 in negative. This one is to get 9,750. Are my debits equal to credits? So, adjustment entry. If this were my class, I would have asked, yes, you tell me what is the adjustment entry. And so, Brahma, debit. Debit Brahma's capital, 1,500. Debit Vishnu's capital, 8,250. And the credit goes to Mahesh, 9,750. Done. Simple. Who said past adjustment is difficult? So, people, if you like all these things that I'm doing here, please subscribe to my channel and keep watching my videos, and don't forget to press. Thank you.